Hey, my name is Brynn and I'm a junior here at Pope John Paul II High School.
Hi, my name is Wyatt and I'm a freshman here at PJP.
And here at PJP, I'm a member of a bunch of different clubs.
Over the course of my life, I've had a real interest for technology, and I feel like PJP has done a great job of helping me develop these talents.
As for academics, I'm an AP and honor student with a pretty full schedule.
Today I'm going to show you what
the day is like at PJP.
So I just got off my bus, and normally I start my day with PJP TV, our morning news program. With PJP TV, I get to explore my talents even more. You know, from audio to lighting to visual, anything that really has to go into the behind the scenes part of producing a news program, I get to learn about that at PJP, and it's a lot of fun. So right now I'm going to Business and Tech, and something cool about Business and Tech is it's actually a semester-long class. So up until 3 weeks ago, I actually took Intro to Art, and it's kind of nice taking semester-long classes at PJP because we get to switch classes, and it's fun just kind of changing everything up. Right now in Business to Tech, we're learning about cybersecurity, and I can't wait to complete it and learn more about technology and business throughout the year. Besides for Intro to Business and Tech and Intro to Art, there are a bunch of other really interesting electives you can take at PJP. From studio art to band to performing arts, there are so many different things on so many really fun classes and electives you can take here.
When you're in high school, you have to take a full 4 years of English. Right now we're doing a kind of independent book study in my English class, which has been really nice because you have the opportunity to read about something that interests you. And we're also working on writing a research paper. Yesterday we did some presentations with our independent books. There's also an AP English class that you can take with Mr. Malarkey. That classroom is right over here. And then this is my classroom with Mrs. Timmons.
So this year I'm taking World History with Mr. Allen, and it's been super interesting because we've learned about everything from the beginning of civilization all the way up to the American Revolution. I also had the option to take AP History this year, and along with next year I'll have a few other electives in history I could take. So if you're into history and you're into social studies, there's tons of history opportunity to learn about in different classes at PJP.
Right now is my lunch period, so I'm heading to the lunchtime prayer service. It's a nice thing that they do every single day. You just go, it's just about the first 5 to 10 minutes of your lunch period, and you're having a long, stressful day. It's a good place to go. So we are now walking to lunch. We just got done with the prayer service, and it's about 10:30 now, and the lunch period starts at 10:25, so you can tell it's just about 5 minutes. So we're just coming down the steps now. It's gonna get a little noisy, but that's okay. And then when we get into the cafeteria, the main space is where all the seats are, and then to your left is where all the food is served. That's also a big area. And you can buy lunch any day you want. They have pizza, burgers, all that kind of good stuff. And the French fries are pretty big here. So this is where I sit. I'm with all my friends. This is Katie and Joanna. They're both in my Spanish class, which was a really fun class last period. And then this is Tori and Grace and Aaron and Max. All right, so we just came up from our lunch period. It is about 10:50 right now, even though the period ends at 11:05. And the reason for that is that when you have an AP Science, you can have a lab lunch. You always have 4th period lunch, and sometimes you take a little bit of that lunch period to work on labs. So today, we have a virtual lab to do. This is Brett. It's kind of hard to do everything at the lab tables where everything is set up in the back room that's attached to your classroom, which is where we would normally do it, but we can use a lot of online platforms. We do it for a bunch of stuff, but it's particularly helpful for labs because so much of the AP curriculum comes from the lab stuff. So, yep, we're going in now.
So right now I'm heading to lunch, which is a very social time for me. Before I came to PJP, I really was nervous about how many friends I'd be able to make because not many kids from my grade school came to PJP. But I was able to make so many friends and form so many lasting relationships that I hope go on for my whole life.
And now we're on our way to theology. So I have theology with Mr. Dunn. which is a nice class, lots of discussion, a good place to learn. But today we have a test, so a couple good places to prepare yourself if you've got a test. We're gonna be passing the Student Center on our left now. It's not always a quiet place to go. Same thing with the cafeteria, especially after school. They have a lot of study hall time in there when you're not ready to go home right away. So that's a good place to study too.
Now I'm heading to Spanish with Mrs. Tucker, which is a really fun class. You know, as soon as we walk in there, she's always blasting Spanish music, and it's just a really fun class and a really great way to learn a new language. Along with Spanish, PJP offers French and Italian, so any language that you want to learn or any foreign culture that you'd like to learn more about, you can do that here at PJP.
And now we're on our way to math class with Miss McGlinchey. So that's been interesting because obviously we're on hybrid, so we have to do everything synchronous. Half of us in the classroom, half of us on Zoom. Miss McGlinchey's really good with technology, so we're gonna go down and she's gonna show us a little bit about how all that works. Hi, Miss McGlinchey.
Hi, Brynn. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So this is our Zoom class. This is everybody who's home. And right now they can see what's on my computer, which is on the smart board in classroom. And so we're getting ready for the beginning of class.
All right. Everybody at home wave.
Everybody wave, hi.
I hope you had a good time watching me go through my classes, and I hope to see you around the halls next year. Off to Brynn.
So it's the end of the day now, and I'm walking out to my car because as a 16-year-old with my license, I am eligible to park at PJP. All I have to do is fill out a form and hang a pass in my rearview mirror every day. And then I drive in, park in the morning, and then at the end of the day, I can just walk out to my car and leave whenever I need to.